This is Lake George like you've never seen it before. After first leaving the site of the old tourist wharf on the western shores at dawn and exploring the wonders of Deep Creek, one of several waterways that flow into the lake's eastern side, it's time to find out if a rocky point along the eastern shoreline lives up to its notorious reputation. So we've made it to Hurricane Point, which according to the authors of the Town and Country Journal on the 5th of March 1892, describe it as so named after an account of the terribly choppy and dangerous sea that gets up here even on a very moderate breeze. Well, lucky today, we've got almost perfectly still, lovely, calm conditions. Hurricane Point, not really living up to its name today. I'm hoping my next stop on this circumnavigation will live up to expectations, for I've packed my beach towel. Really? Who says the Canberra region doesn't have good beaches? Have a look at this. Beautiful, fine, white sand. Lovely, calm conditions. Welcome to the Lake George beach on the eastern side of the lake. It's almost as good as the beaches on the south coast. But a sun-drenched crescent of white sand isn't the only beach on this seldom visited eastern shore of the lake. One of the locations the 1892 circumnavigation of Lake George highlighted was this quartz reef, which the authors of the article refer to as the White Beach. And from a distance, you can see the sun reflecting off these polished pieces of quartz from quite a distance. So, yet again, another very unusual feature on the eastern side of the lake that if you just drove along the western shore near or along the Federal Highway, you wouldn't know this was here. A real treasure. You don't really realise how big Lake George is until you get out into the middle of it. Look at that, it's huge. You can see Geary's Gap off in the distance. Bungendor's right down here on the southern side of the lake, as far as you can see. And we're at the edge of what early European pioneers called Port Jackson, a big bay here on the northeastern side of the lake. And hopefully we're going to find a stone wall, because apparently there are some natural formations that look like giant stone walls on a point between here and Collector. Off we go. The stone walls were hidden in a forest on private property behind this beach of sun-bleached rocks, so we couldn't check them out. But on the 20-kilometre voyage down the western shore, we did stumble upon a silver gull colony. Yet another surprise on Lake George that is much, much more than first meets the eye.